What is up guys? Welcome to oRiceBucket Unboxings. We need to talk about Square Enix. Firstly, buying Square Enix figures has been nothing more than a lingering fear, and every purchase has felt nothing more than a lottery. I will explain. My first Square Enix attempt was Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. I gotta love Lightning, but not more than Tifa, right? So I went ahead to get a figure of Lightning, but instead, this is what we got. Well, of course, they pulled the same thing with the first Tifa remake Play Art Sky, and as disappointed as we were, our disappointments turned into fear for our pre-orders to turn out bad. But if they release a Tifa figure, you would buy it, right? Yeah, I'll definitely buy it. So do hit the subscribe button for my next Tifa figure review. I believe I have 4 pre-orders on hand. So I was very excited to receive this Tifa figure because I've waited for so long for this to arrive. The moment I put in my pre-order, I was already waiting. I looked into this little window and I wasn't impressed from the start. My heart grew heavy as I'm waiting for the day I unbox this on camera. I had some hopes that the extra plastic layers is making Tifa's face bad, but let's find out. Firstly, great efforts from Square Enix to provide us with instructions that we do not really need. And I'm glad they didn't use tapes on the blister box because we really don't need it. The figure comes really well protected and the sofa seat is done really well. I would have thought it is real foam and fabric. And can we be disappointed that the base is hollow shelled and that it is not presented in better quality? In fact, our playout static figure of Tifa and Aerith comes in a cheap base. With some parallax error, we definitely see Tifa in a big head version. Probably affected by how her head was protruding out of her body, or the big bands on her hair, but the real first disappointment comes in how Tifa actually looks pretty chubby. The dress texture reminding me of some other material. Yes, duct tape. But we'll talk about this later. There are good parts of the head sculpt. For example, the glossy eyeballs and defined eye color. But the hair is rough enough to look like plastic in blobs. Oh boy, and my scrunchie is stained. The colors here are pretty rough. I don't think just having nice eyes... Wait, in fact, I changed my mind. The painting on the figure's eyes is not really well defined. I would say it looks good from far, but the head sculpt didn't make my heart flutter. Going on to the clothes, I cannot fathom how bad it is because it looks shiny and like duct tape. Shiny is fine, but it should go with some roughness to represent fabric. And not to mention the huge seam line we just saw on the sleeve. I bet this can be done better. The silver button is dull. The color separation is a little untidy. At least where the skin is shown, it is pretty nicely separated. Shall we also take a look at the arm? It has a hard line that represents poor sculpting. The hands are beautiful, I must say. I'm not even trying to sell this Tifa to you at this point. The huge seam line between her legs and the stocking is absolutely disappointing. Fishnets rest above the legs, right? Why is this fishnet carved on the legs? It must be very painful and quite disturbingly unsightly. Also, the shading here is unnecessary and gives a purple hue. Just let me know in the comments if you're a girl and have bought purple stockings. I really wonder. The shoes are silver and hardly let out a glow. And at this point, the disappointment in this figure is real. I'm trying hard to tell you that the figure looks best when observed from far. In fact, it does really look good as a decorative piece when one is not nitpicky. And perhaps the greatest angle for Tifa's face is in this picture, here. Well, the verdict for this figure is there are too many flaws with too little redemption factor. You ask me if I'll buy another Tifa figure from Square Enix, the answer is a resounding yes, but the disappointment is very real. In fact, I can't help but think Tifa is sitting on a toilet bowl. However, because of the fear of losing out, we will eventually buy another Tifa and subject ourselves to the lottery. Well, if you like my content, please do help the channel out by subscribing. I hope to bring you more content as I buy the figures while you choose which one to actually buy. Thank you and see you soon.